Hi there, my darling Geminis. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to your reading for the week of August the 18th, 2025. So, my darling Geminis, we're just going to jump right in and start off with an overarching energy using the Moonology manifestation cards. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards here and then finishing off with angel answer cards. All right, my darling Geminis, what messages does Gemini need to know for the week of the 18th? Full moon in Aquarius, be real. Yeah. So I'm feeling for you this week, my darling Geminis, that you're being encouraged to be your authentic self. And I'm actually drawn to, even though this is, and when it says full moon in Aquarius, the star card in the tarot is Aquarius energy. And I know you're a Gemini. But what I'm drawn to here is this figure with an urn that looks remarkably like what is on the star card. And so, I feel that there could be that star vibes around you, that hope, faith, renewal type of energy. You're being encouraged to be real, to be your authentic self, my darling Geminis. So let us consult the tarot and see what messages we've got coming in for you for this week, my darling Geminis. What does Gemini need to know for this week? And all my cards. I am such a hopeless shuffler. And these cards are really stiff too, so I can't even shuffle them the normal way because they don't bend, and I end up flicking them out everywhere. But anyway, yeah. All right, let's get your messages. 6 of Wands, love it. King of Swords, he has come out a lot. That energy. And the Justice, wow, yeah, love it. Love, love, love. All right. There's authenticism, if ever I saw it, with both those cards. Anyway, all right, my darling Gemini. So what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together. So you start off here with the 6 of Wands. Now, the 6 of Wands in the tarot is a card of victory and success. You can see the victory wreath she is holding here. In the traditional tarot, I don't think that's on there. Might be. She's got like the victory, you can see. It's very hard to see. Yeah. She's got the victory wreath on her head, or the crown, victory crown, and then she's got a crown on top of that wreath. So there's, 2 depictions of victory wreaths here on this card, my darling Geminis. So what I feel is there's some kind of, you're being celebrated this week is kind of what I feel, my darling Gemini, or you're feeling that there is just this victory and success that you have, because I feel that there is some kind of karmic justice coming in for you, my darling Geminis. And I'm only because I'm seeing what's on the table here and the energy that is coming in. But you are being encouraged to be your authentic self. So to not, maybe you have this beautiful victory coming in, my darling Geminis, but to not, what's the word? Be real, be authentic, but to not rub it in. That's the word. So clearly you've had a win here, my darling Geminis, which I'm loving for you. That's beautiful energy. You're being celebrated. You can see these people here, they're celebrating her return from war, I think it is. So maybe you have felt that you have been through some kind of battle, my darling Geminis. And with the Justice card here, I feel that it could have been some kind of legal battle, maybe. Maybe it was a custody battle. Maybe it was an insurance type of battle. Maybe it was somewhere where you feel, or something where you feel that an injustice had been done, my darling Geminis. But you are victorious here. This is what I feel. So I feel like there was some kind of, I'm skipping ahead. If there was some kind of injustice done to you, that this week you will get justice, my darling Geminis, because you've got the King of Swords here. And like I said, he's shown up a lot this week. So the energy of the King of Swords, I feel that, this is the energy that is around, at this time. This is where we're being encouraged to be in the energy of the King of Swords, where he sits in indifference, my darling Geminis, where he is not emotional. He is just no nonsense, to the point, clear, concise, knowledgeable, but can be a little bit cold, or can come across a little bit cold because there's no emotion here. Just, I know where I stand. This is what I want. This is what I deserve. And I feel that is your energy. Not that you're cold, my darling Geminis. I don't mean that, but I mean that I feel that you're no nonsense this week, or that you should be no nonsense this week, that you should be in this, I know what is right. I know that I am right. I know that will stand up for your beliefs is sort of what's popped into my head. And I like to say that he's holding here the Ace of Swords, which is the Ace of Truth, my darling Gemini. So maybe, speaking your truth this week, and you've got the Sword of Truth but twice here with the Justice card too. Her sword is down, but I always say I feel that is the Sword of Truth there. And I feel that you've got it here as well. So I feel that there is going to be, you in this energy, and it's hand in hand with the Be Real card. You are real. You are being real here. You're being authentic, my darling Geminis. But you need to be in this energy to get this energy, I feel. So then you have the Justice card. So I feel for you, like I said, there is some kind of justice coming in for you. Like I said, whether it's, winning a lawsuit, or some kind of insurance payout, something that's turned out in your favor, my darling Geminis. And this is also Libra energy as well. So if you have Libra in your chart, I would definitely go and say watch the Libra energy, watch the Libra reading to get more clarity. It is a fellow air sign, but I feel that this is your outcome. This is your outcome, but and because of this, you will be celebrating, my darling Geminis. That's just what I feel. Or that you will be celebrated, my darling Geminis. That you have some kind of, if it's not a payout or anything, like that, I feel that it's karmic justice that's coming in for you, that you've been, your due karmic justice, my darling Geminis. You can see, it's like I said, she holds the sword, or she has the Sword of Truth here too. She has the scales of balance, meaning that balance has been restored and she is righteous, my darling Geminis. So I feel for you that you're definitely some kind of karmic justice, some kind of justice is coming in for you this week. But I feel like, so if I'm going to put it all together, I probably already have, but, I feel it's important for you to be real and authentic this week, my darling Geminis, to sit in indifference here, to speak your truth and your truth only, to have no emotion at all, to just be real, speak your authentic truth, and your karmic justice will be on its way to you, my darling Geminis. And because of that, you will feel victorious. You will feel successful. You will be celebrated for this victory and success, for whatever this outcome is, my darling Geminis, which is divine energy for you, my darling Gemini. So I feel there's definitely some kind of win coming in for you this week, my darling Geminis. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. I'd love to know if this resonates. So put it in the comments, just put the little scales of justice in the comments if this resonates with you. And, let me know. I'd love to know if this is on track. All right, let's get final messages for you, my darling Geminis. Yeah, if you believe, ask, believe, receive, my darling Geminis. Here is the golden opportunity for you, my darling. I feel that this is what's the outcome of that victory and success for you, my darling Geminis. Yeah, big happy changes finally on their way to you, my darling Geminis, because, yeah, you've got that karmic justice coming in. A year from now, they say, now don't freak out. It's, just could be that, a year from now, you're being told to reconsider. So this card, reconsider, has come up a lot. I don't know if it's just because of the way I'm shuffling the cards, but I shuffle them. So maybe I need to shuffle them better. But I mean, it's, it's. I read the cards. I'm not going to try and influence them in any way. So it could just be that you're being asked to reconsider, how you deal with these big happy changes, my darling, Geminis. So, but I mean, I feel, with this energy that's on the table, there is, some kind of win coming in for you this week, my darling Geminis. Thank you for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon.